This is Jarrett with Chalk Tree Productions, and tonight we're going ghost hunting.
I'm Madison with Chilling Paranormal. Chilling Paranormal is a group that we started. Well, I actually started it back in 2020, and it just started with the pandemic. I was actually trying to tell stories and legends and stuff like that on Facebook, and started to gain a pretty good following. I think within a few months we were up over 7,000 followers.
So these buildings right here are called the Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch used to go for blocks and blocks. So up there used to be the high end of the Cabbage Patch. Down here used to be like the low end. So when people would take crap, that's where they got to saying shit goes downhill. So shit actually rolled downhill.
This way.
Yes.
Can we get a shot right here? So this was the shit.
So it would actually roll down, so the people at the bottom had the shit.
The Cabbage Patch once had 250 shacks. Only a few remain.
You know, you go back to the turn of the century, this is where the poorest of the poor live.
Let's go around the room and say our names so the spirits know who we are. My name's Brandon.
My name's Keegan.
My name is Braden.
I'm Bobby Joe.
My name's Jake.
And I'm Jarrett with Chalk Tree Productions.
If you're with us, sweetheart, could you knock? Make a noise? Oop. There you are. Can you come and light that up again, sweetheart?
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow. We haven't had a spike like that in a long time.
What are you doing right now?
I'm just setting it up just to make sure it's running, connecting via Bluetooth. So
What are you connecting?
to Necrophonics.
What is Necrophonics?
It's a phone app. How many spirits do we have here?
Do you know what happened?
What did happen?
There was a crime.
What kind of crime happened here?
They killed her. Blood.
Oops.
Jane something to him.
That's 3 Janes.
In here, Jane.
Ooh, I'm getting
Jane.
I'm getting the chills.
Yep. Do you notice that?
I'm just here. I'm hearing French. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It sounds like French. No words, but I'm hearing moaning, like sexual moaning.
Well, that makes sense. We're out back of a brothel.
Get him. Peter. Youngster.
When Brandon gets back, we're going to do a ghost tube session.
What is GhostTube?
From what I've been told, it is a VR setup where a paranormal entity can draw a picture for you.
What does that consist of?
I don't know. I read the description and it said part of it is ghost activity and then like AI fills in the rest, but I could be totally wrong.
If you don't know what you're doing, this place can be pretty gnarly. Definitely be careful of how you act and what you say, because sometimes it'll talk back to you. Well, ladies.
Describe the photo you're seeing currently.
It actually went away, but it was a building that looked like it was under construction. No windows in it, just like a wood building. Looks like a face, but it also looks like a building, and there's a bunch of little lines. And it looks like there's eyes and a nose in it. but I mean, the picture's like constantly moving.
What happened in this room? If there's any like.
We don't mean harm.
Okay. So what is that right there? Is that an app?
So it is an app. It's Spirit Talker. It's kind of like an Ovilus. The funny thing is it really shouldn't be talking in sentences. All 5 of
What's
them
your
are
name?
Jarrett, what's your name?
So, right now it's drawing like an archway, and there's almost like a bright light right in the middle, and then off to the left is like a lady. And there's green trees.
I could have sworn I heard a lady's voice coming from upstairs. Hello?
I was treated well.
Did you work here?
Grandmother.
There's another picture.
I'm only 6.
So I know of 2 children.
Hiding in the
spirits.
dark.
Yeah, I bet you are. So there's Eliza, which she kind of goes around the whole building. I can get her upstairs, downstairs. But there's also a little boy. People have seen him running up and down this hallway. He really likes this room. Oh, I'm getting chills just talking about him, man. I feel like he's here. The thing that makes me think that this isn't a little boy, it's something else that's showing itself as a little boy, is it doesn't leave the basement.
She killed us.
Who killed you?
What the fuck is
We're
that?
hiding.
Can you get that? Get that? We're hiding. We just. If you cannot. What the fuck was that?
Agitated.
Could you explain about this rock and the origin of it?
So, there was a television show that came through, and one of the psychics on the television show picked up on a spirit down here that was very depressed, lonely, sad, and I guess the psychic felt some type of way towards that, so she actually did a vigil for her. She left 2 roses on top of this rock after the vigil was over, and everybody left the building and nobody came back until the next day. But when we did come back, there was a stem of a rose right here, which has now disappeared, and then underneath you can see the other stem from that rose, along with some animal bones. And it was just like it is now under the rock. And that's the most the rock has been moved since all that happened. We pick it up to show people, but we've left it in the same spot. And so this is the example that I give to people when we bring them down here is, if you want to know the type of energy that's down here, it's the type of energy that can move this kind of rock. Which, I mean, that's a heavy rock. This place is just different, man. It's really different. It'll give you different emotions. I've had guys who are bigger than you come on these tours and say, oh, you know, I'm just here for my wife. I don't really believe in this stuff. And those are the guys that are puking out in the middle of the street at 11:30 at night and refusing to come back in. I can say that if anybody's a skeptic out there, this is the place to come, because whatever is in here loves skeptics and will prove you wrong.